Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Friend English podcast. I'm Ellie.
And I'm Danny. We're very happy you're here with us today.
Whether you're studying English at home, on your way to work, relaxing with a cup of coffee, or taking a walk, thank you for listening.
We're excited because today's topic is one of the most useful topics for every English learner.
That's right. Today, we're talking about how to talk about yourself in English.
This is something almost everyone needs to do.
Definitely.
You might meet a new friend,
Start a new class,
join the club,
travel to another country.
or even have a job interview.
And in many of these situations, someone might ask a simple question.
Can you tell me about yourself?
For many English learners, that question can feel a little scary.
Very scary sometimes.
Why do you think that is?
Because learners often know many English words,
That's true.
but when they need to talk about themselves, they don't know where to start.
I completely agree.
They begin thinking about grammar,
Vocabulary.
pronunciation.
And suddenly they feel nervous.
Exactly.
But the good news is that introducing yourself in English can be very simple.
Much simpler than many people think.
Let's imagine someone meets a new person.
Okay.
What's the first thing they can say?
The easiest thing is their name.
Of course.
For example, "Hi, my name is Danny."
Very simple.
Or, "Hello, I'm Danny."
Both are natural.
Exactly.
After saying your name, what comes next?
Usually people talk about where they're from.
Good point.
For example, "I'm from Canada."
Or, I'm from Brazil.
Exactly.
That's one of the most common things people share.
Definitely.
What else can people talk about?
Their age.
Right.
They can say, "I'm 20 years old."
Very easy.
Or they can talk about their job or studies.
Such as?
"I'm a student."
Nice.
"I work in an office."
Good example.
Or, "I'm a teacher."
Perfect.
You don't need long sentences.
That's important.
Very important.
Many learners think they need to speak perfectly.
But communication is the goal.
Exactly.
Simple English can still be excellent English.
I love that.
Thank you.
Let's pretend we're meeting for the first time.
Sounds fun.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Ellie.
Nice to meet you, Ellie.
Nice to meet you too.
My name's Danny.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Great.
What about you?
I'm from England.
What do you do?
I'm a teacher.
Nice.
And what do you do?
I'm a writer.
See?
That was easy.
Very easy.
And that's already a basic introduction.
Exactly.
Another useful thing people can talk about is their hobbies.
Definitely.
People love talking about hobbies.
They do.
What are some simple examples?
I like reading books.
Nice.
I enjoy playing football.
Good one.
I love watching movies.
Very common.
Hobbies help conversations continue
That's true.
because other people can ask questions.
Exactly.
For example, if I say I like movies,
I might ask what kind of movies you enjoy.
right,
Then the conversation keeps going.
that's how friendships often begin.
Through simple conversations.
You know, when I first started learning new things, I often thought introductions needed to be long.
Really?
Yes,
What do you mean?
I thought I needed a big speech.
That sounds stressful.
It was.
What did you learn?
Most introductions are actually short.
That's true.
Usually, people just want basic information.
Name,
Country,
job or studies.
hobbies.
Exactly.
Then the conversation grows naturally.
One question at a time.
That's a great way to think about it.
Thank you.
Another thing learners often worry about is making mistakes.
That's very common.
What would you say to someone who feels nervous?
I would say that mistakes are normal.
Absolutely.
Everyone makes mistakes when learning.
Even advanced learners.
Exactly.
The important thing is speaking, not being perfect.
Well said. Thank you.
Speaking of introductions, I remember meeting someone at a language exchange event a few years ago.
Really?
Yes,
Were they nervous?
extremely nervous.
What happened?
When it was time to introduce himself, he looked worried because he thought he needed to say something impressive.
Oh no.
But what happened next surprised everyone, including him.
What happened next?
Well, everyone was waiting for him to speak.
That sounds stressful.
It probably felt stressful for him.
I can imagine.
He looked around the room for a few seconds.
Trying to think of what to say?
Exactly.
Then what happened?
Finally, he smiled and said something very simple.
What did he say?
He said, "Hello, my name is Alex. I'm from Spain. I like football and music."
That's all?
That's all.
And how did people react?
They smiled.
Nice.
Then they started asking in questions.
About football?
Yes,
And music?
exactly.
So his simple introduction worked perfectly.
It really did.
That's a great lesson.
I think so too,
Sometimes simple is best.
especially for beginners.
Definitely.
You know, many English learners worry that they don't know enough vocabulary.
I've heard that many times.
What would you tell them?
I'd tell them that you don't need hundreds of words to introduce yourself.
That's true.
A few useful sentences are enough.
Exactly.
Let's build a simple introduction together.
Great idea.
First sentence?
Hello, my name is Allie.
Easy.
Second sentence?
I'm from England.
Nice.
Third sentence?
I'm a teacher.
Perfect.
Fourth sentence?
I enjoy reading books and traveling.
That's already a very nice introduction.
And it only takes a few seconds.
Exactly.
Let's make another one.
Good idea.
Hello, my name is Danny.
Nice start.
I'm from Canada.
Great.
I work as a writer.
Excellent.
In my free time, I enjoy movies and photography.
Another wonderful introduction.
See how simple it is?
Very simple.
Another common question people ask is, what are your hobbies?
That's one of the most popular questions.
Definitely.
Why do you think people ask about hobbies so often?
Because hobbies tell us something about a person.
That's true.
They also help people find common interests.
Exactly.
If I like football and you like football,
We immediately have something to talk about.
right.
The same with movies.
Music,
Reading.
traveling,
Hobbies make conversations easier.
very much easier.
Let's share a few hobby sentences listeners can use.
Great idea.
I enjoy reading books.
Nice.
I like playing football.
Very common.
I love listening to music.
Excellent.
I enjoy cooking.
Good one.
I like watching movies.
Another useful sentence.
These are simple and natural.
Exactly what beginners need.
Speaking of beginners, do you remember your first introduction in another language?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Very clearly.
Were you nervous?
Extremely nervous.
What happened?
I practiced my introduction many times.
Sounds smart.
In front of a mirror.
Really?
Yes.
That's dedication.
I wanted everything to be perfect.
Did it go perfectly?
Not exactly.
What happened?
The moment someone spoke to me, I forgot half of what I planned to say.
Oh no.
But something interesting happened.
What?
The conversation continued anyway.
That's important.
People were friendly.
That's usually the case.
They weren't judging my mistakes.
Exactly.
They were simply having a conversation.
That's such a valuable lesson.
I think many learners forget that.
I agree.
Most people aren't looking for perfect English.
They're looking for communication.
Exactly.
Another useful topic in introductions is talking about your studies or work.
Very common.
What are some simple examples?
I'm a student.
Nice.
I work in a hospital.
Good.
I'm an engineer.
Excellent.
I work in an office.
Very useful.
Learners don't need complicated descriptions.
Simple sentences work perfectly.
Exactly.
You know, introductions become easier when we practice them regularly.
That's very true.
Even a few minutes of practice can help.
Definitely.
Maybe speaking in front of a mirror.
Good idea.
Or recording yourself.
Another great idea.
The more you practice, the more natural it feels.
Exactly.
And that reminds me of a student I once met.
Really?
Yes,
What happened?
she was very shy when speaking English.
I think many learners can relate to that.
Absolutely.
Did she struggle with introductions?
At first, yes.
What changed?
She started practicing a short introduction every morning. And after a few weeks, something surprising happened whenever she met new people.
Something surprising happened?
Yes.
Now I'm curious.
At first, she was very nervous every time she met someone new.
That's completely normal.
It is.
What did she do?
She created a simple introduction.
Like the ones we've talked about today?
Exactly.
What did she say?
Something like, "Hello, my name is Sarah. I'm from Brazil. I am a student and I enjoy music and reading."
Nice and simple.
Very simple.
Then she practiced it every day?
Every morning.
For how long?
Just a few minutes.
That's not much time.
No, but it was enough.
What happened after a few weeks?
She became much more confident.
That's wonderful.
When she met new people, she no longer worried about what to say.
Because she was prepared.
Exactly.
Preparation creates confidence.
I completely agree.
You know, confidence is something many English learners want.
Definitely.
But confidence doesn't usually appear overnight.
That's true.
It grows through practice.
One conversation at a time.
One sentence at a time.
Exactly.
That's why introductions are so useful.
How so?
Because they are often the first thing we practice.
Good point.
And every successful introduction helps build confidence.
I like that.
Me too.
Let's imagine a beginner listening right now.
Okay,
Maybe they don't know what to say about themselves.
that's possible.
What topics could they include in a simple introduction?
Let's make a list.
Great idea.
Their name,
Easy.
their country or city,
Good.
their job or studies,
Very useful.
their hobbies,
Excellent.
maybe something they enjoy doing in their free time.
Perfect.
That's already enough information for a nice introduction.
Definitely.
And it doesn't need to be long.
That's important.
Many learners think longer means better.
But that's not always true.
Not at all.
A clear, simple introduction is often the best introduction.
Exactly.
Let's create one final example together.
Sounds good.
Hello, my name is Anna.
Nice start.
I'm from Italy.
Great.
In my free time, I enjoy reading books and watching movies.
That's a wonderful introduction.
And very easy to remember.
Exactly.
Another useful thing learners can do is ask questions after introducing themselves.
That's a great tip.
Why?
Because conversations go both ways.
That's true.
After introducing yourself, you can ask questions.
Such as?
What's your name?
Easy.
Where are you from?
Very useful.
What do you do?
Nice.
What are your hobbies?
Great conversation starters.
Exactly.
Questions help keep the conversation moving.
And they show interest in the other person.
That's important.
Very important.
You know, after today's conversation, I've realized something.
What's that?
Introducing yourself is really about sharing a little information and starting a conversation.
I love that.
It doesn't need to be perfect.
It doesn't need to be complicated.
It just needs to be clear and friendly.
Exactly.
Name,
Country,
job or studies,
hobbies.
that's already enough for a great introduction.
Definitely.
Before we finish today's episode, I have a question for you.
Let's hear it.
If you were introducing yourself to a new friend, what's one hobby you would definitely mention?
That's easy.
Really?
Absolutely.
What's your answer?
Reading.
I knew you were going to say that.
Of course.
Why reading?
Because I genuinely enjoy it and it's something I love talking about.
That's a great reason. What about you? I would probably mention traveling.
Nice choice.
I enjoy visiting new places and learning about different cultures.
That always creates interesting conversations.
Exactly.
And that's another great tip.
What's that?
Talk about things you genuinely enjoy.
I love that advice.
It makes conversations more natural.
Definitely.
We hope today's conversation helps you feel more confident introducing yourself in English.
Remember, you don't need perfect English.
You don't need difficult vocabulary.
And you don't need long speeches.
Simple English works wonderfully.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the Friend English podcast.
We always enjoy spending this time with you.
Keep practicing your English.
Keep building your confidence.
And don't be afraid to introduce yourself to new people.
Every conversation is a chance to learn.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, and thanks for listening.